on the brow bone. There's so many things we can do with these pencils. So since I'm limited in time, I'm going to try and kind of go step by step and just do a little bit of basic with Laura. We'll do one look with maybe, we'll put some sage on there with some, oh, who knows, we'll see. We'll just get plain and see what happens.
Vicki, do you have an announcement?
Is it time?
I think so.
Alrighty. This is for the jewelry table. If you have a pink card, okay, this would be for anyone in the audience that had 10 or more recruits in the month of March. So who do we have? Pink card? Okay, everybody head to the back with the pink card.
Alright, so what I'm going to do to start off, I'm going to go ahead and just apply sage all over her lid. I want to make sure it's not too moist, because I think a little bit too much moisturizer on there and a little too wet of the lid is going to let the product slide a little too much. We don't want to decrease it. So we're really going to get this guy on here. So we're going to do kind of a role play. Alright, she's a mom. Of course, we all are. She has 2 bad kids. One's awake. One is still strapped to the bed. I'm kidding. So joking. Until my daughter gets upset. She really does do that. No, I'm joking. So, we want to be able to get her to do this in just seconds, alright? I also want you to think of her as the woman who doesn't wear a lot of makeup, can be pretty intimidated by it, and wants you to teach her something to do that is very realistic and easy for her to do. Got me? Cool. Alright, so we're going to add a little bit of lemongrass right here on top. Look at that pop. Oh my goodness. Right, have you ever seen lemongrass do that before? So, here's one way to where the, oh, that's beautiful. Can you guys see very clear on the screen? Oh. Alright, so now we're going to get our crease brush. Give her a little bit of almond, okay? Because we're going to keep it simple for her. Because she's not intimidated. And the mom with the bad kid, he is up and on his way. Ready? I love doing this one because you can hear him going, ah, ah. She's like, blink, 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 blink. There we go. So we give her some nice windshield wipers just to kind of give her a nice soft crease.
What color is that, Lori?
This is hazelnut. Did I say almond? Yeah. Oh, I was just seeing if you're paying attention. Very good, you all pass. It's hazelnut. Come on. It's hazelnut. Sorry, guys.
Okay, we have another jewelry call. If you have a green card, this would be for anyone with 5 to 9 recruits in the month of March. Okay. Sorry, April.
Almond.
So which is it, Lori? Hazelnut or almond?
Is it March already?
It's April.
I'm like, ready? Good one, Vicki. Alright, so, easy, beautiful poppy lid. If you guys know what's going on right now with fashion, the fashion smoky eye is hitting hardcore. And what that is, we all know that smoky eye was, back in the early 80s into the mid and late, it was just black eyeshadow. Really dark on the lid, dark underneath, blended up into a smoky effect in the crease. Later on, they jumped into more natural tones, some more browns, a little bit more earthy tones. What's happened now, though, is that we are going full on color all the way. So now what we're trying to get everybody doing is instead of using just the black and the brown, to really incorporate some colors in here, some blues, some pinks, some purples. So we're going to kind of like pop this up a little bit. This would be more of a green tone fashion smoky eye to me. So say, Laura, we're getting ready to go out, we're going to go shopping at Target. Let's go somewhere. So, yeah, right. Okay, so we're gonna go to sax, and we want to bump it up a little bit, okay? And we want to make this effortless, easy, easy, easy. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna use the navy liner. Grab my buffers. There we go. All right, so we're gonna go with the navy liner. We can even just put it on just kind of sloppy. So what I'm going to do is we're going to blend it up. Sometimes being sloppy with things like this can really, really benefit you. Sometimes it can be really hard to buff out just a straight line. So pretty. And another kind of sloppy line. And we're just going to blend it out. Now I want to be fast because I want to wipe this down when we're done and do the turquoise waters by itself and then set it and then use kind of all three together. It's messy, just kind of get it in there and making sure it's nice and soft. The great thing about these pencils is that they're so creamy, they just kind of slide. They're effortless, which is so, so, so good. All right, now we're just going to make sure her crease is nice and smooth and blended. Nothing on the brush, just going back and forth. Go ahead and look all the way up for us and smell. Give her a little bit of liner down here at the bottom. And again, we don't have to worry too much about it going on absolutely perfect because we are going to smudge it out. Now for some real long-lasting color, we can take the navy waterproof liner and kind of go right underneath where we went for underneath her eyes. And it's really, really going to give her just an extra pop. So pretty, right? Okay, now this is one of my favorite sticks. The whitewash is awesome. So what we're going to do is like a million things. We're going to go ahead and put it right here by her brow bone. And we're just going to pat it in. And this we can use our concealer brush with and get right here in your tear duct and just pop just a tad. Talk about making the C shape of the eye easy. When you get into my workshops, you'll see that I love doing the C shape of the eye. It's where we need our most youthful look. We age very quickly in our sunglass area, so we really want to kind of manipulate it and make us look elastic and youthful and kind of shiny and glowy. So, easy 1, 2, 3 way of doing it is, oh wow, was that easy? There you go. Right? You're just going to go blah, 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 blah. And now we're going to pet this. Really just kind of pet it in so that, make sure everything's nice and even. So go ahead and look down for us and turn to the side. Can you guys see that beautiful cheekbone? Right, thank you. I did that. No. So now we're going to switch. So easy. But here's the thing. I'm going to give you a guide. Okay? From your peak of your brow, right straight down. We don't want to bring it in underneath her eye. We're going to keep it right on the outside. So right when you see the peak, that's when you know to start drawing your lines. Applying the product. Again, pat, 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 pat right here on the cheekbone. And again, we get that super hot pain. Oh, so pretty. All right, now we are gonna. We're gonna do up your smile for me, girl. We're gonna get the apples of her cheeks by first applying the whitewash. Making a nice good circle. I'm not even going to blend it yet because now I'm going to take, what is that, that coral stone. and continue that shimmery, C shape of the eye right on here to the apples of her cheeks. Because right now what you guys are going to see for summertime is skin is in. It is in. It is in. It is time to shine if there ever was a time. So you'll see that a lot right now in the magazines, absolutely everywhere. I'll even show you a little cool spot, okay? Now, we're going to keep this, we're going to control this because we don't want it to spread out too much because we can kind of imitate sweat. So, we're going to barely just line right here on the sides of her lips. Just a touch, and that's it. And right here in her Cupid's bow. Yep, this is the whitewash. Just a tad bit right there. Can you guys see the reflection? For those who have smaller lips, this really helps build a base. Just that little bit of shimmer right there at the Cupid's bow really kind of gives a base for a much more voluptuous, vivacious lip, if you will. All right, so we're going to quickly wipe this down. You guys good with that? And do another one? All right, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Okay. Lori and I are both wrong. It's not almond, hazelnut, March, April, May. I've got to get clear here on the dates of the contest that underway. All right, first of all, if you had an active recruit from March 1st through yesterday, this was Linda's contest. You got a piece of jewelry, and you needed to go on Google Docs and register for that piece of jewelry. So everybody understands the contest, right? Because I know I got up here and said the wrong dates. So now we are down to those who had 3 to 4 active recruits during that time period. Please go back to the jewelry table. Hey Lori, while you're wiping her down, I just want to make a few comments about limited edition. I love limited edition. It's our way of introducing our loyal customers to something new, and it gives them the chance to book a party, doesn't it? But I also want to caution you on your ordering. If you are a fairly new consultant, get with your director before you place a weekend order, because she'll know exactly what's right for you. As far as she'll know your client base, and she'll be able to help you select the right colors. I think what Lori is sharing, you can use just about anything. I mean, I'm all caught up in the whitewash and the navy, and I mean, I'm loving the colors. And did you know that you could use them on the cheeks? I hadn't given that a thought. But I do want to caution you on ordering. However, if you fall in love with something, stock it for your customers. How many times do you hear across where somebody's needing an old and a limited edition of color that was very, very popular? It's always, I like the thought that the company does limited edition just so that they'll know if it's something popular enough to bring on our regular line. Can't tell you how many eyeshadows and cheek colors that were once a limited edition item that the company brought out to the regular line. How you doing over there, Lori?
I'm doing splendid. I'm listening to you. You keep on going, girl. You're doing great.
Well, they'd rather hear from you.
Now I'm just taking turquoise waters and going right over her lid. Again, I'm doing it kind of messy.
Now, Lori, we think that's kind of bright. What do you think?
Bright?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Very, 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 very much so. It is bright. It is a beautiful electric color. So if it's not your thing, and I can understand some of you people are like, ooh, this is a little much, manipulate it. There's other shadows that we can do and put on top of this to kind of mute it down, okay? Like black pearl. Black pearl's pretty dense, right? It's pretty deep. If we put black pearl on this, it's going to kind of balance it out with the brightness. The brightness is going to chill out. The black pearl is going to lighten up a little bit. Make sense? Yeah, so use these, manipulate these guys. And you don't have to use a whole lot. If you wanted to do an eye with, maybe say we did spun silk all over her lid, okay? And we did a nice hazelnut or even lavender fog in her crease. We could take a little bit of the turquoise waters and just give her that little bitty push on the outer corners, just enough to give a little singe of color. Make sense? Cool. Play with these things. There's so many ways to use these.
You made it look gorgeous.
Well,
So you're just fading it out as you blend?
yeah, I'm literally just patting it. You can do this, like I said, with your concealer brush. Makes it easy, 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 easy. So now what we're going to do, we are going take one of my favorites, Zero. Ready? This is for some serious color right here. This is Azure. And again, I'm going really sloppy because I'm gonna blend it in the crease. Okay, mind you, when I say really sloppy, it doesn't mean like don't get it on your nose and on your eyebrows and be like, she said sloppy. That's a little much. Oh, there goes mine. I'm glad we're done with that color. We'll get to it later. All right, now we're going to jump into the navy pencil again. And ladies, I'm sure some of you are looking at this like, oh, that's a lot. That's okay. If you don't love it, leave it. If you love it, rock it. Because like I said, what's going on right now, this color is really, 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 really the season for it. And the great thing is that majority of cosmetic lines have not caught up to this trend. So you guys are getting this firsthand. You know above and beyond everybody else that this is going down. So some of the biggest or more, some other popular cosmetic lines, if you will, have not caught on to this trend yet. And it'll be about Christmas time to next year when they start doing this. So this is something that you guys have now, absolutely now. And the only other people in the world that know anything about this are the people in the fashion scene. So you guys are right up there. I think it's amazing that you all are getting this firsthand. And by the time it gets to everybody else, you guys are pro at this, all right? Cool. Now taking the navy, we're going to do the same. We're just going to give it a little bit out here on the outer corner. We can just bring it right in. Blend it. The great thing is once these are on top of the eyeshadow, like this navy, you really don't have to do much blending. It just kind of, the more you touch it, it just kind of goes where it's supposed to. And if there's any bumps, no worry, because we still are going to buff out the center. So we're going to take, again, a little bit of hazelnut. It's like I said, what you'll see, pay attention, ladies, for the red carpets, everything that you're seeing on the summer on TV with the celebrities, the models. What you will see is a lot of color on the eyelid and a very neutral crease. So we're going to keep the crease with more of a matte tone, so that way the shimmer is really actually screaming off the face, and it is the pop. And again, this is something that you guys are going to be so ahead on.
Lori, is that even with the hooded eye?
Oh yeah. Here's what we're going to do with the hooded eye. Alright, 90% of our clients are hooded. 75% of us will be hooded someday if we aren't already. Majority of us have been born hooded. Hey, I was born hooded. A lot of it can be from bone structure. Doesn't mean that we're 800 years old by any means. Could just be what's in our blood and our background. Alright? So, with hooded eyes, the hardest thing is that you'll ask your clients, and your current clients will tell you, I do all my makeup. I spend all this time doing this. And then when they open their eyes, it's like somebody just came and took their makeup right off of them. It's like, where'd it go? It's gone. So what you can do is blink really slow. Be like, hi. It works, You know what I mean? Always just, hello, Laura. It works. Or, we're going to be smarter than the brushes, all right? If the problem is that we close our eyes and when we open them up, then the makeup's gone, we're going to do it in reverse, okay? We're going to have Laura look straight ahead, all right? We're going to do her crease. We are not going to close our eyes because, there you go. We're going to keep them open and give her her crease, okay? So if we do this, go ahead and close them. Now we have all this room to play, okay? But we've already brought the makeup up with her eyes open where she can see it. Now it's just bringing the rest of the makeup to meet it. Make sense? Cool. All right, let's see. Let's get a little funky monkey going on down here underneath their eyes. Go ahead and up. And you guys have to keep me on time because I love these things and I will go until tomorrow.
So what shade is that, Lori?
This is the navy.
So navy be your favorite, I think.
Navy is a good favorite.
Do I get to wear navy?
Do you want navy? I know you do.
Navy shirt.
Curtis looked so good in navy last time. You guys, that was the boot camp, right? Oh, fall retreat? Yeah. He looks amazing. Amazing at pink lines, too. Ooh, you've got like so dramatic, seriously hot eyes going on here. Okay, so say we want somebody, say our customer comes in and she's like, you know, this is just not enough. I really want to take it a step further. Now we can jump into deep brown or black liner. Go ahead and look up. We're just going to just deepen our outer corners just a tad. A little bit goes a long way. Close them. Very nice. Good, open up. Beautiful, beautiful. Do you see how it just deepens the outer corners? Super nice. All right, now we're going to take some more whitewash. Yeah, straight ahead. Perfect. So say, again, it's, I want a little bit more than that, you know. It's nice, but I really like it to pop, 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 pop. So we can take her on over to Moonstone or some honey spice. And now kind of set the whitewash with the Moonstone or the honey spice. And just kind of blend it right over the lid. Close it up.
Okay, this is going to be the last call for the jury table. This is for those who have 1 or 2 recruits during this contest. Hey, Lori, you want to talk about some of your upcoming dates that you have going on?
Ooh, there are schedules. I'm not sure. Did everybody get a schedule?
Okay.
Sweet. Good deal, good deal. How about this? I tell you what, because I know I got a lot of requests while we were over the table. Do you all want to know how to use this brush cleaner real quick?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to focus in on this for just a second. Here we go. Must do, must do, must do, must find. Must find. Okay, that's all right. No worries. Here we go. Oh, thank you. All right, ladies, with this bottle of brush cleaner, here's what you want to do. Best suggestion in the future for the 32 ounces, I highly suggest you get 2 buddies and split it 3 ways, okay? And your best container is going to be like a mason jar, something glass that's airtight, okay? The shelf life is about 2+ years, even with it open. The only thing that does is that it just kind of dilutes the strength just a little bit. You know, if you leave it open for 3 years, you might have to dip it open a few more times than you would the first day you got it. No problem. What you want to do though is take a little bit of the brush cleaner and put it in like a shot glass, some kind of, yeah, it's size-wise it makes sense. So you're going to pour just a little bit in there. Filter, ladies. I'm going to do a little filter. We love you, Linda.
I'm telling Linda.
Oh. I wasn't even here today.
It's recorded, so I'll just send it to her.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I did very good today. I'm just telling you, okay? So, we're going to pour a little bit into our glass container, all right? And what you do is don't even stick the whole brush in. You're just going to stick the very tip of the hairs in, okay? Instead of, you'll see the bottle, it says to wipe. Wiping is okay. My best suggestion is to purchase a black or white wash towel, a terry cloth, and you want to squeeze instead of wipe. Okay, when you squeeze, it really helps dry the brush super fast, and it's going to pull all the product. I'm going to warn you, with some of your brushes, you may have to dip them 4 or 5 times, and you're going, why is the color not coming off? Because it's pulling old makeup from the binded hairs out that has been up there for years. If you've had brushes that have been there for years, you'll see. So what it does, yeah, trust me, my sister was like, this stuff doesn't work, and I'm like, you are gross. Like, the last time you washed that thing. She never washed it in 5 years. Oh. Yeah, we won't do that after today. So we're going to dip it into the hairs, and we're going to squeeze. Okay, squeeze, 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 squeeze. You're going to clean your small brushes first, and leave your larger ones for last, because it's going to suck up a lot of product. But this cleaner will do anything from any brush that we have, anything with hairs, whether it's a foundation brush, concealer, or a crease brush, it'll clean anything and everything, okay? Please keep it away from children. It is not Kool-Aid. Cool? All right, there we go, yeah. My daughter about had it. This is fun. I'm like, who to put this down? So, yeah, keep it way out of your kids, and everything will be good. And mind you, please make sure it's dry. Okay? Big warning. If it's not dry, in about 5 minutes, your client's going to come up to you looking like a blowfish. Do I look good? Is there anything okay? That's not supposed to happen. So definitely make sure it's dry, okay? I warned you. Alright, we're going to do one more. We're going to do a little bit of a more chill eye, okay? Something with a little bit more natural tones and then just throwing these guys in. Cool? Alright. Super, super fast. So, Vicki, how are you?
So just eye makeup remover, is that what you're using right now?
This is actually one of the makeup wipes. Just kind of helps me get rid of the makeup super fast without leaving a residue. And I know the makeup's gone. That whitewash stick for your client that is minimal, but she likes to be shiny and just kind of put together, that whitewash stick is going to be her best friend. Go ahead and blow it. Remove all this. Ladies, you can also work with this on top of our cream shadows, which is absolutely beautiful. Using a little bit of glacier gray. I always do that. Glacier gray all over it. Go ahead and close them. And using the whitewash on top of that with some shadows, absolutely stunning. All right. Oh, we've got like 18 more eyes we can do. We're good. So does anybody have any questions about these? That's a good thing. Amen, sister. No! Here you go.
Okay, did you hear the question, everybody? Okay, they asked to wear the turquoise eye color. Do you need to have on turquoise clothes?
No, not at all. For those who have been in the workshop, those homies have the color wheel, which helps out a whole lot. Now, what's going on here lately with makeup and fashion is that in the late 80s, early 90s, all the way up to the late 90s, it was super cool if you were wearing purple to be done in all purple eyeshadow, even try to bring in a lipstick and kind of match it as well. But what's going on now is that I wouldn't say things are going kind of crazy wild, but what is happening is a lot more freedom. Instead of being so matchy-matchy, we're trying to find complementary colors. If you look, here you go. So we want to wear turquoise. A great option of a great shirt would be a peach tank top or a peach outfit. You can also get into soft pinks, into purples. With the turquoise, there's a lot of different ways you can go color-wise. And I want to bring you guys back. Sometimes we get overwhelmed with makeup and like, oh, I don't know what goes here, what goes there. Think in the same way as you would pick out your clothes. If you go to the store, you put on a rusted shirt, and you're like, ugh, I look horrible in this. Guess what? Rusted makeup's gonna look horrible too. Okay? But if you put on a pastel pink shirt, and you're like, wow, well, I always look so great in pastels, you know that going into a lighter, more pastel-y makeup is just gonna work right perfectly with you. Go ahead, love. Ooh, this was a good one. She is actually beige too. I guess beige, I guess beige 5. It was a little bit too much. Go ahead, love. Oh, that was just her beige too. I always put foundation on the lids. I like the makeup to grab a hold of something. So if anybody's been told that you couldn't put foundation or concealer on the top of your eyelids, that'll be part of the funeral afterwards. You good with that? All right? Because we're out the door with the shimmer, right? Kind of. Hands held that they feel like they can't wear shimmer because of their age. 1, 2. Oh, I love it. There's only like 4. Okay. No worries, ladies. We're going to get into that. While I'm doing this, I will explain to those, because the others, I'm sure you guys have heard my ranting and raving now for a year about the shimmer. It's actually geared towards Ventura women, Ventura skin. Because I want you to think of shimmer like water, reflection, okay? Reflection, blah, 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 blah. Camouflage. Think about you're in a lake, okay? You're bending over the boat with no water movement. You can see the birds, you can see the clouds, you can see everything, right? A boat comes by and causes a wave. Water gets choppy. It's kind of hard to tell the bird between a wave, and it's hard to see yourself with the waves going. Make sense? Shimmer is that exact same look, okay? Because shimmer resembles water, movement, lots and lots of movement. So it can be a camouflage in a huge way. Now glitter can settle in fine lines. Glitter is fancy Nancy. Shimmer is more pink diamonds. So yes, makeup I would like to say is really ageless. Doesn't matter.
I have a question for you, Laura.
Yes, love.
Okay. And you are shadow colors at all? Are they all shimmer?
Okay, say again.
Okay, our shadow colors. Do we have, tell us more about the shadow colors. We have more shimmer?
I would have to say that we're pretty even Steven with shimmer and mattes. Because we'll go through the shimmer. We've got lemongrass, emerald, ivy garden, sweet plum, silver satin, black pearl, blue peacock, blue metal, dim frost, blue star, azure. We go into crystalline, moonstone, spun silk, honey spice, precious pink, amber glaze, granite, chocolate kiss, copper glow. Those are all shimmers. The rest that we have are mattes, which is going to be lavender fog, iris, white lily, sweet cream. Okay, silky caramel to me, we're going to go with the matte. It has a little bit of a satin in it, if you've ever seen, but just a tad bit. More mattes are going to be sienna, hazelnut, cinnabar, espresso, coal. So just to keep in mind when you're starting to play and dare with the makeup, keep the shimmer on the lid and the matte in the crease. Cool? All right.
Okay, we have no glitters in our shadows.
No, we do not have glittery shadows by any means. Not at all. Glittery shadows, if you're not sure still what a glittery type shadow is, I want you to think more, it's like small pieces of confetti cut up and put into a color. We don't have any. It's a good thing. Not a bad thing. Glitters are actually, they've made their way out this season in the last 2 seasons. It's a very festive, fun color. Very youthful, if you will. But I think throughout time, we've started to replace the glitter with our skin illuminators, I'm hoping, right? Okay, cool, yeah. Everybody, the skin illuminator, we're still, I've got my sign to go down in corporate and sit in the front lawn and say, we must stay. Yeah. I love this, yeah, y'all see the crazy one. I'm gonna do it.
Now, Lori, we have about 3 minutes to wrap up.
Oh, no, you should have told me 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
No. Here we go. All right, I'm trying to think. We're going to take a little bit of the turquoise waters. Again, this is for your woman who is really panicky about this color. It's like, wow, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. It kind of scares me. That is not that much. Can you guys see that? We have control. We have full-on control with our products, ladies. If we want to make this hardcore pow, we can. But just by us kind of patting and blending, doesn't have to be. Very super, super nice. Look up for us, please. Oh, beautiful. So give her a little bit back here. Maybe be even faster and just kind of blend with our finger. Now we're going to add a little bit of navy in the back. All right, just because I got to hook her up. Is everybody ready for the virtual eye?
Hey, Lori, Joni just gave us 5 minutes.
5, I love you. Thanks, Joni. Is there an eye shape that you cannot put liner on? Underneath? Okay, well here's the thing. I am a firm believer in breaking all rules. And, yeah, right. Yeah, ask her. She's right there. She can tell you. Yeah, those bed straps didn't work with me too well, did they? No. Personal opinion about the eyeliner with the eye shape. If you're not comfortable with it, leave it alone. You know, I mean, if it's something that you're like, I'd like to see how it feels, go for it. There really is no rule of thumb. Okay, if it looks good, it works. Doesn't matter how you got there, doesn't matter how it got there. If it works and it looks good on you and you feel comfortable and you feel beautiful, you did it 110% right. If you put the eyeliner on underneath and you feel too dark or draggy or that it's too much, leave it alone. Nobody's going to come out and be like, ah, what are you doing? Don't do that. Go. And if they do, tell them, meet me. All right? You're good.
All right, I have a question for you. For those of us who have darkness underneath our eyes, if you line underneath, does it bring that out?
Mm-hmm. Here you go. Actually, not as much as you think, really, because you got to think. Something dark is up against your darkness. So your darkness now doesn't look so dark. Make sense? Because you got something extremely dark right up next to it. But on the flip side of that, if you have dark circles underneath your eyes and you wear an extremely light lid, you will bring the dark circles out. Make sense? Because you have something very light up against that dark area anyway, and it's just going to make it pop out just a little bit more. Yeah, so please, don't worry. But again, I want you to trust yourselves. Trust yourselves, trust your eyes and how you feel.
We have about 2 minutes.
All right, I'm going to be done in like, you can have a minute actually. There we go. All right, I'm going to pop one more color because I really, really want to put it on her cheeks. First, we're going to do the cheeks. I love, 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 love this color. Pink sand. Can you make dots? Really
such a soft color, you can't mess
It's
up.
beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's easy. You know, if you're worried about, oh, what lipstick do I wear with it? Oh, just put it on your lips and you're good.
She just did that, Curtis.
I'm fired. Yeah, I'm trying.
Filter.
But yeah. Linda's gonna be so proud of me. All right, so what I'm gonna do here, ladies, I'm gonna line up underneath her eyes with some foundation. I'm not even gonna rock concealer. Just gonna push it up to clean up anything underneath her eyes, and it lifts all eyes up. It doesn't matter if you're hooded, downside, prominent, unicorn, horn, whatever you got. It's good. It's all up.
Would you do me a favor? Will you draw the money way? Would you be the person that draws the money? You're not attached to anybody in the name. Tell me your name again other than Lori's mom.
Now, Lori, what was that you just used?
That was just her beige 2 foundation. That was it. So,
You'll do me a favor, make sure
last
she
but
did
not
pretty
least,
good
I'm
job.
gonna
That's
I'm gonna do a tad bit of lavender fog, just in her crease on the outer corners, and then she will be done, and I will blush. Just a tad bit here. See how it's looking up there? Very nice. All right. Let's do it. Thanks so much.
One more time, you guys, for Lori Ho. Into the drawing. Okay, we're going to give them one more second. Just kind of bring them in towards the center and we'll run back through.
Ready? All right, so we're going to let, oh yeah, you guys have got more coming? Are we good?
No, we've got more coming. Hold on. Yeah, we've got more coming. Thank you.
All right, so wait a minute. Show me a hand of who's brand new in this company as of today, never been here before, none of that sort. My darling, right here. I'm going to have you pull so that you guys know I'm not cheating. Okay. Yeah, right. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. We good? Ready, Jody? I'll run behind you. I got you, girl. I'm not a free runner. Turn your heads, please. All right, ready? Take it, take it, take it. Stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it. There you go, darling. Any card, any card. With the cards. Who do we got? Cindy, Sally? Yeah! Come on up. Keep on up for Cindy.
You all, would you please just one more time get off of your seat on your feet for Lori Hall? That's another. Patricia, if you could stay up here, I'm going to ask you to do something in just a second. Johnny, you want any housekeeping announcements? Yes.